Why did Soviet perestroika cause shortages? Imagine a country trying to change its entire economic system while still holding onto old habits. That's what happened during the Soviet Union's perestroika. It was a big effort to fix the economy in the mid-1980s, but it didn't go as planned. The main reason shortages appeared was because the reforms shook up the old system without setting up a new, smooth way to produce and distribute goods. The Soviet economy was built on strict control, with prices set by the government and everything managed from the top down. When perestroika allowed some factories and businesses to make their own decisions, they could buy equipment or hire workers, but they couldn't change prices or own private property. This created a clash. Demand went up because wages increased and people had more freedom, but prices stayed low and fixed. So more money was chasing the same limited goods, leading to long lines and shortages in food, clothing, and even machinery. The reforms also aimed to make factories more competitive, but many still relied on government subsidies or easy loans to stay afloat. This masked the real problems, so factories kept producing inefficiently. The agricultural sector was also struggling. Farms used outdated equipment, had poor fertilizers, and faced short growing seasons. As a result, the Soviet Union had to import large amounts of grain and meat, which was a big change from its past as a major exporter. Harvests were often lost due to poor storage, making food shortages worse. Meanwhile, the military-industrial complex took up a huge chunk of industrial output, leaving fewer resources for consumer goods like cars, appliances, and everyday items. From the Soviet perspective, these shortages weren't just simple market failures. They reflected the contradictions of trying to reform a planned economy without fully replacing it. The reforms created a hybrid system that wasn't stable. Because the government didn't fully open the economy to market forces or overhaul the entire system, shortages became more common. This economic chaos added to the political tensions that eventually led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So, in simple terms, perestroika caused shortages because it loosened control without creating a proper market system. Demand increased, but supply couldn't keep up. Financial problems and outdated agriculture made things worse. These issues weren't isolated. They were part of a bigger picture involving Cold War pressures and the eventual fall of the Soviet bloc. The shortages showed how difficult it was to change a complex, tightly controlled economy without causing chaos.